Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel, and today it's the 1945 United States quarter. One of the things that people are interested sometimes is how much a quarter bought in a certain time period. And in 1945, a quarter bought you almost 5 pounds of flour, it bought you almost a pound of coffee, and it bought you 1/24th of a $6 ticket to see the Detroit Tigers beat the Chicago Cubs in Game 7 of the World Series. So even then, game tickets were expensive. In fact, the NFL ticket in 1945, where the Cleveland Rams beat Washington 15-14, cost $6 also. No NBA tickets in 1945. No women's Wimbledon tickets in 1945 because of the war. But the Toronto Maple Leafs did beat the Detroit Red Wings in 1945, but I can't find the cost of their ticket there. All right, so let's take a look at these quarters. So what's this quarter look like? Well, it says Liberty at the top, 1945 at the bottom, In God We Trust here, and we see Washington facing to the left. This coin was first made in 1932 on the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. We see that this is the back side of the coin here. So this is the front side, there's the back side. Let's take a look at these. If we flip this one over right here, the one that's right in the center, we see that it says United States of America at the top, E Pluribus Unum here, that it says $quarter at the bottom, and there's an eagle holding arrows, and there's a ribbon that ties across the center of those arrows. You see, this one isn't very good. It's very kind of worn. The eagle's tail actually comes down below, and we'll show you that in one of the other coins. So this coin is not in great condition, but it's still worth $4 or $5 just because of its silver value. If there's nothing down here right over the R and the E in quarter, that's where the mint mark would be. So if there's nothing there, that means this is a Philadelphia coin. They made 74 million of these at Philadelphia in 1945, and they found 3 of them that are mint state 68, and those are worth about $11,500. This one over here to the right is, oh, look at that one. Now that's in pretty good condition. You can't see the feathers perfectly on here, partly due to the mint, but look how shiny it is and how good it looks. United States of America at the top, you can really see the E Pluribus Unum here. We can see down at the bottom there's an S there underneath the olive branches, the olive wreath, and that's for the San Francisco Mint, where they made 17 million of these. At the very bottom it says $quarter. The 1945 San Francisco Mint isn't known for producing that many great quarters, but they did produce some pretty good ones. They produced one of an MS-68 that is worth $7,000 to $10,000. But when you are going to look at the 1945s, there's a couple different varieties of the S's. And one is called the trumpet tail variety, where it comes up and kind of widens at the bottom. This is not it. And the other is called the knob tail variety, and this is pretty close to it, where there's a little knob at the bottom of the S. So at the San Francisco Mint, there's plenty of these out there. There's some of them in pretty good condition. They are known for incompletely struck and worn or severely polished dies in San Francisco. So you're going to get a bunch of these S's that aren't worth too much just because they were done on kind of worn equipment. There's one other mint that made it in 1945, and that's, of course, the Denver Mint. In 1945, the Denver Mint produced 12 million United States quarters, and 2 of them so far have been found at the MS-68 level, mint state 68, and those are worth $21,000. So the Denver Mint quarters are the most expensive quarters from 1945. And when I talk to you about this tail that comes down on the Denver Mint, this Denver Mint quarter, you can't see it at all. On this San Francisco Mint quarter, you can't see it very good. This San Francisco Mint quarter, can't see it very good. And then finally on this one, this is the best of them, and even then you can't see it great, but you can see it better than the other ones. If you want to get a real expensive 1945 quarter, that tail, it's really important to have those tail feathers really distinct. The 1945 quarter was the last year that quarters were made during World War II. They first started the U.S. quarters in 1932, following up on the Standing Liberty quarters, and this is the Liberty Standing quarter. These are really hard to get in good condition. You see that she's holding a shield here and an olive branch over here. It says Liberty around the top, In God on this side, We Trust on this side, and then you see 6 stars coming down on this side, and there's 7 stars on this side. So there's 13 stars for the original 13 colonies. And down here at the bottom is where you'll see the date, 1930, and you see there's the engraver's initials over here, the M. If we turn this over, we see it says United States of America, E pluribus unum, and $quarter here. The Standing Liberty mint mark is the hardest mint mark to find on any U.S. coin. And if you're looking for it, you would find it right here next to the bottom star, the 7th star on this side. Here is one from an undated one, but you can see right there that there's the D right there. And then this one, you can't even see the stars. You just happen to still have the D there. But that's where it'd be, right down there next to the star on the bottom. And of course, D's for the Denver Mint. If we don't see a mint mark there, that means it's a Philadelphia coin. Okay, let's get back to the 1945 quarter. And one of the things that you'll find is that you cannot get these in an uncirculated mint set or a proof set from 1945 because they didn't make them. The best quarters you're going to be able to get are the ones that people got from the quarter rolls or maybe even the bags of the 1945s because they did not make them. That's all we have today for the 1945 quarters. We'd love to have you subscribe to the DC CoinWorld International Coin Channel and leave any comments you have in the comments section.